Hello, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. One of the great things about ChatGPT is not only its ability to read data very, very quickly, but also to generate content. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of an example of both. I'm going to have ChatGPT read through different responses that I had for our first chapter Friday. We didn't get a chance to discuss because we had a quiz. And then I'm going to have it generate a PowerPoint, which I can then put into Google Slides, use some student quotes as kind of jumping off points for Monday when we actually get a chance to discuss the novel. Let's take a look at how to do that. I'll start off here by saying that I've got a PDF of the different responses that my students wrote. We didn't get a chance to discuss this, but can you pull some quotes so that we have a chance to discuss this next week? And I'll go ahead, take a look at the PDF here. I've actually already scanned this. I've got all my responses. I'll upload. And it'll say it pulled out a couple of quotes. Here's a couple of things that students noticed. We're talking about a novel called Nowhere Boy here, a couple questions and predictions. And then at the very bottom, I've got some jumping off points for class in terms of some subjects and things like this. So this is really good with any sort of document that you might have, especially if you kind of want to look at a bunch of information very quickly. Now, if I want to even go beyond this, I could write down, could you create a presentation? I'm going to say PowerPoint presentation. That's kind of the default that ChatGPT uses. That's easy enough to put into Google Slides, which we'll talk about in just a moment. It'll go ahead, create some code here. I'll scroll to the bottom. Keep in mind, sometimes you may have to try a couple of times. ChatGPT is not perfect. So if you get an error prompt like I have, I'll just say, can you generate this again? Sometimes this happens if there's a lot of traffic on ChatGPT, or sometimes it happens if you stop this and come back to it a little bit later. So just say, generate it again. It'll do that. I'll say, here's a new link. I'll go ahead and download that. Save it somewhere where I can easily find it. Then I'll open up Google Slides, create a new presentation, go here to where it says File, Import. I'll upload the file just by dragging it over. And I'll import all of these slides. Now, as you'll notice, these are pretty bare bones, plain slides. So you can certainly put these into Canva in order to make them a little bit more artistic, a little bit more visually pleasing. But I do have all of this information here. I'm going to go ahead and resize it. And so these are student quotes, kind of like student-led review here. And we can use this to kind of talk about this when we get into class next time. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions or anything that you'd like me to cover in the future, let me know.